everybody? It's your boy Don Bucks. This is another Rapid Dope episode. It's been a minute since I had a guest, and this week we got somebody dope that want to tap in. These guys created something pretty dope in regards to the real estate and business aspect of things called HiveMind. So I'm gonna let them break down exactly what HiveMind is, and they about to tap in just a second. Half of the HiveMind, Mr. Daniel. What's happening, good sir?
We good, man. We good.
Welcome to Rapping Dough, man. the home of money conversation. And this is pretty fitting because from what I read, I read you guys' bio, and you guys are helping a lot of people make money in a couple different aspects. And I find it pretty dope and interesting. From what your bio says, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It says you guys are real estate and business mastermind that has a tech side, right? That allows the users to have multiple websites and users that you can make phone calls, you can text, you can email. Well, when I heard your bio, he said AVM, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, correct me. Like I said, great. RVM. Okay, so what's the RVM?
Ringless voicemail. It's a marketing technique.
Ringless voicemail.
You ever get voicemails that nobody called you? You're like, how the fuck this end up here?
Nah.
It's a form of marketing it's outbound, but you get people to call you back.
Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. So
a lot of our system is automating. So most people, they cold call everybody. Hey, are you interested in buying this cup of water, right? Cup of water. You call 100 people. You sell 10 cups of water. One buys today, right? Instead, what we do is we might do outbound marketing, say with the RVM. Hey, would you be interested in buying a cup of water? What that does is you can send it out to 1,000 people with automation. They call you back. Hey, I want a cup of water. And it goes straight to voicemail. Hey, if you're interested in buying a cup of water, please leave your name, number, and address, and I'll text you text me water to this number, and I'll send you a link to buy the water.
Wow. See, that's one of the questions I was going to get to as we moved along, because it said that this CRM, so I want you guys to break that down because a lot of people may not know what that is. How you can service multiple types of businesses. So my understanding that you guys were niche to real estate, but with this tech side of what you guys have allows other kinds of businesses to utilize what you guys have as well, correct?
We have beauticians, we have a lawyer, we have car sales, we have CPAs, we have attorneys, we have a surfboard shop, we have a YouTube influencer, we have podcasters, we have, you name it. They all can use this. Every single one.
Get out of here. That is super dope, man. And what was the stat that the guy said in regards to businesses that they're going to need a CRM within X amount of time? Or what's the stats on that again? So because we have a new entrepreneur now. Everyone has digital things going on and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Most small businesses will not use a CRM until they're 5 years in business. It's like 80% of small businesses. And the other statistic is that small businesses that use systems use an average of 37. So they're all over the place with all the systems they're using to run their business. So with this, you combine it all into one location, and then anything that doesn't come with it can connect to it.
Awesome, because that's one thing we was talking about earlier in the mastermind, how right now, like I said, we have this new entrepreneur, because I'm one of those new entrepreneurs in this, this new digital space that we're in now. I have several different systems that I use, whereas though, from my understanding, what I'm gathering is that HiveMind is all the systems that we're using in one place.
Yeah, so and you can still use your systems if you want. So I've tried to I haven't got to telling Charles this, but in Gumroad you can collect the phone number. So imagine somebody buys your product or course on Gumroad, you can send it to HiveMind, send them a text and email, boom, as soon as they buy.
So you can integrate HiveMind with Gumroad.
Yeah, it integrates with Google Sheets. I mean, it integrates with like over 30,000 apps and platforms.
Okay, well, I might as well just go ahead and just hop right into these questions because, I
I was gonna
mean,
restart. Anthony's here now.
huh?
Anthony's here now. Do you
How you doing,
have,
brother?
do you have the
What's
long?
happening? Cool. So yeah, I wanted to get into how you guys met because I find it super dope that two people can come together, with a common goal and common interest and like build something that, from my understanding, from what I'm gathering, this thing is huge. How'd you guys meet?
The way we met is we met in a paid mastermind group for real estate. There's a guy named Jalen White. He's like an 18, 19-year-old kid doing real estate. And his mastermind was $500. So
A year or a month?
a month. I'm sorry, total. No monthly.
Okay.
Yeah, so you pay $500. Now you're in this mastermind on Facebook. And I noticed that I started taking an interest in land. And so I was asking about land in the group. I saw Daniel asking about land, and there was nobody else in there talking about it. So like, hey, call me up, man. I'm gonna ask you some questions because we were the only ones talking about land. I remember one day I was out hanging bandit signs with the wifey. I had just started. So we were just doing whatever we could for marketing. And that's the first time Daniel had called me. And we were talking about land, like, trying to figure out the land game while everybody else is working on wholesaling houses. And one thing that I noticed about Daniel right away is that he was really good at numbers. So in high school, I was doing like pre-calculus stuff, right? So I was good at numbers, but I hated doing.
Yeah, you good at numbers.
Yeah, my brain didn't work like that. So I would message Daniel and I would say, hey, what do you think the ARV is on this? And I could have sat down and figured out the ARV. It would have took me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, trying to put it together. And I would text him and I would say, hey, what do you think the ARV is? And he would throw me back a number like in 30 seconds or a minute. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how did he figure that out so quick? And so we started kind of leaning on each other that way. Like, hey, man, can you check this out for me? Hey, what do you think what do you think the percentage is on this? And the numbers would come back super quick. And then I noticed something about him is he would be like, hey, this guy ghosted me. Can you call him back and, see what he says? So I'm kind of like doing phone calls for him, negotiations for him while he's running numbers for me. And we never asked each other, like, well, what do I get? What's in it for me? What am I going to get if I'm helping you? Like, we just started helping each other, like with what our strengths and weaknesses were. And that's kind of how we just started working together. And before you know it, here we are. We just kept masterminding back and forth. And now, maybe two and a half years later, we're still doing the exact same thing.
See, during the pandemic of 2020, a lot of us became entrepreneurs and stock market investors. But one thing I noticed is that a lot of us are out here trying to do it on our own and be on an island. And that can be super frustrating. So what I did was I decided to create a community of like minds that can come together and discuss business ideas, investing ideas, trading ideas. Pretty much more than your money's worth. So somewhere in the description, there's a link. Go ahead and click that link and come build a society.
I'll message him. I'll be like, what do you think the cap rate is on this?
That's dope, man.
Yeah, so that's it, man. It's just like, I think it's when you, instead of you like trying to focus on your weaknesses, right? Like a lot of people say, like work on your weaknesses or whatever. It's like we just started just leaning on each other's strengths. And so that was what the original HiveMind is, where you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You just partner up with other people and everybody leverages their strengths and nobody's focusing on their weaknesses.
That's a fact, man. And that's fire because y'all know the power of getting around other like minds, because that was a whole nother mastermind. I met you guys in the mastermind that we in now. Like, so it's like the power of the mastermind is awesome, because one thing Charles was talking about, as far as the mastermind, it's like no competition. Y'all, I don't see any there was no competition in none of those conversations y'all had. Like you said, it's like, yo, at no time did you ask like, yo, what's in it for me or anything like that. And I find that to be dope, man.
So the funny thing about this is I kind of cut out earlier, but can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
So So the funny thing about this is I've only met Anthony probably about 6 to 8 times in person. I have not. We've been talking to each other pretty much every day for like 3 years.
Digitally.
And he was
So I was going there next, like that. So all right, y'all running ARVs and whatnot. So y'all running ARVs because y'all are working on stuff in the same area, like y'all live close by, or it was just this was just all via Zoom and shit like that.
Yeah, it was all digital, man. So I'm in San Antonio and he was in Atlanta. So,
Wow.
yeah, so we're partnering up like that. And then now he's in Cali. So same thing. Like, we had already worked together for like a year or more before we ever met up in person. So it just shows you like the power of being connected online.
Yeah, man. And another thing before I move on is like, being a part of those masterminds, however much it costs, is like you're paying to get around people that get it. You don't have to really sell them on the idea of business, and like you're just around other like minds, and it's just power in that. And y'all definitely know the power in getting in the rooms with like minds. You feel me? Because you around other people more than if you're around other people that are not thinking like you more than you were people that do think like you. You're more likely to start thinking like them, right? And lose momentum on what you got going on. So, getting around other like minds is definitely a hack that a lot of people take for granted. So, with the hive mind, like from my initial when I was listening and hearing about it, because you guys talk a lot about real estate, but like I was telling Daniel, like I heard in you guys' bio that the hive mind is geared for any type of business, and I just think that's fire. But you guys guys are niched in real estate though.
Yeah. So a lot of what we do is we just help, depending on what their business is, I help them brainstorm how to use the software to automate their. So, and the other thing, when you're talking to entrepreneurs, a lot of people own multiple businesses. Like Anthony owns a construction company, I own a data company, and then we do HiveMind together. So a lot of entrepreneurs are doing multiple things. So this gives them the opportunity to even combine those businesses all under one system, all under one umbrella. That way they can control and do everything.
Yeah.
So before we go down the rabbit hole, for the people that's going to be watching this, when we're talking about systems, we're talking about your email system, we're talking about your text messaging system, we're talking about your payment system, all these things that automate your business, all the things that make your business a business. Because if your business is not automated, it's kind of like you have another job. And here, we're trying to shake the job. So we don't want to start a business that becomes another job. So what systems do for you is allow you to automate and allow you to get more hands off of your business so you can focus on more revenue generating activities. So that's for clarification for people that know what systems was. So basically HiveMind allows you to not have all these different systems, correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, have all these different systems under one umbrella. So you don't have to be all over the place. Am I correct?
That's it.
Yeah. If you look at it, every business is the same bare bone, right? You need marketing, a community would be helpful, email, text message, automated follow-ups, communication. Right? You see it from Amazon, like, hey, something just went on sale. You see it from Walmart.com. You're like, hey, we just released these items. So every business is like a house or a building, right? It either only has a wooden structure underneath or it has a steel structure underneath, but it always looks the same when you walk in, right? So you might have different finish outs. You might feel like a country house, might feel like an industrial house, a modern house, but every building and every home has the same internal structure. So if you think about business that way, if you don't have the underlying structure, then what do you have? Charles says, if you don't have a CRM, you don't have a business, but there's so many other facets of a business that is the bare bones. And if you're not at least operating off of that, you're going to struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like showing up to a basketball game with no basketball. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have the basic equipment, how can you run a successful business?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we need the proper tools for the job. You can't be showing up trying to fish with a hammer. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that part. So, in regards to real estate, for people that are in real estate, and that being that you guys are pretty much niched in there, um, I heard you guys talking a lot about wholesaling, and I mentioned to Daniel that I took a wholesaling course maybe 3 years ago, and it cost $7,000. It came with 30 days of mentorship. Um, of course, it started off with a 2 day like little retreat, all day retreat, and then at the end, of course, they pitch you the mentorship and the program where you have access to all their software and whatnot. And Daniel said, one of HiveMind's goals is to debunk that. Um, how All right, so how would it basically streamline, I guess, someone's wholesaling process? So is there still cold calling? Because I remember you told us we had to have 30 buyers on our list at all times. Um, and that involved a lot of cold calling, which I didn't mind doing. But, some people that's looking to get into wholesaling might not be, that might be a hurdle for some people to get on the phone.
Can I debunk both of those real quick?
Yes.
We do zero cold calling in our business.
Zero what?
Zero cold calling.
Zero cold calling.
And then guess how many people are on our buyers list?
How many, man? Come on, man. All right.
That's why we're kind of like, we're the guru killers, bro.
Y'all cheating.
So
Hey.
that goes to show, like, you don't have to do cold calling. Yes, we have the capability to cold call in HiveMind. Yes, people text, cold call, direct mail, online marketing, bandit signs, all that stuff. They all work, but we prefer inbound leads. We prefer to talk to people that want to talk to us. So we set up marketing campaigns that they come in inbound, and those are motivated sellers because they raised their hand, they filled out a form, they could dial the number themselves to talk to us. And that's the difference.
And then what we do with the business model is based on, if our subscribers win, then we win. If our subscribers lose, we lose. So a lot of the deals we're starting to do now are all JV deals. So we teach our team members how to do marketing of their own. And then a lot of them are newer, or a lot of them, maybe they need capital or they need help closing. So then they'll bring us the deals that they marketed for. So it's an ecosystem. We'll teach you how to do the marketing, and then in hopes that we can do some JV deals with y'all. So everybody's helping each other. It's like an infinite, I call it like a self-feeding funnel.
That right there is fire, because that brings even more value to, because it's a subscription-based system, right?
Yeah.
So it's what, $99 a month, and you get access to all these systems as well as help with a deal.
Yep. I'm even getting on the phone with our users. I'm talking to sellers for them. Like, if you just get me somebody that's semi-warm, I'll talk to them. Because the game really is for us to get deals together.
So in that regard, because I know you guys probably have other plans for the software, because the software is just, you can just add on layers of different, I guess, functionality to the software. How would you scale that aspect of it? Because I know, like, you're so like in it, you love what you do, but as this thing grows, which is growing as we speak, you'll probably just added some new subscribers while you're on here right now. But you see what I'm saying? So as it grows, how are you, Anthony? How do you scale yourself? Like, you're going to have to duplicate yourself eventually, because you're not going to be able to get on the phone with all these people. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Dude, so the HiveMind, it's a duplication machine. It's a cloning device. So as we bring on a new person, that one, each person can become a leader, and then they teach their team members. And out of those few team members that they have, then they identify another team leader, and that team leader starts to help the people around and below him. And then the next person teaches the next people below them. So it's just a cloning machine, bro. That's it.
For all different business sectors. So it's not just real estate. It's just, so when you say teammates, I think that's where I get a little lost. Teammates. Where does that come into play? Because if I have the software and I'm using it for my business, like, where do I have teammates?
So
because I'm using the software for emails and shit. Like, where is my teammates?
So if you identify yourself as a leader in your space, right? So if you're good at stocks, or if you're good at plumbing, or if you're good at, flowers, whatever you're good at, you identify yourself as a leader in your space and in your community. So you as a leader, it's like, I can teach you how to grow your business. Worst case, absolute worst case, I can teach you how to do marketing and run traffic so that you have unlimited leads for your business from now on. So that as a superpower is that I can flood anybody's business with leads and more business. You can teach that to the people around you that might not know that skill, right? So let's say you're a plumber and you want to teach 100 other plumbers how to have unlimited business, so much so that it's putting a strain on the company because they have too much business. Now you're a leader in your space. So if you can teach the person next to you how to do that, maybe he can teach 3 or 4 more people, and those 4 more people can teach 20 more people. It's like a ripple effect.
So it kind of reminds me of what's the guy's name he's like a business coach. He teaches different things like I do. Like, I'm not just stocks, I'm not just real estate. Like tonight, I'm not just one thing. We talk about all aspects of business like he does. What he does is introduce, let's say he's showing you how to create a digital product. Next, he wants to show you how to market your digital product. So he tells you a certain software to use to help maximize that. His software that he talks about is called Samcart. So I'm not sure if he gets, if you sign up through him, he gets paid for that. I believe so. But is that kind of like how, like, you can show somebody, okay, do you need an email system? All right, well, you might as well sign up for this one that I'm using because it's pretty dope. Somebody that wants an email system or CRM like mine, I can offer them what I'm using. And then now I can start getting affiliate pieces of what they're doing.
Yep, that's exactly the model. And the reason it works is because if I'm going to teach you how to generate, 50 leads a month or 100 leads a month, if you don't have any way to track that except with a notebook, paper, and a pen, then I'm going to only take you as serious as you're going to take it. And if your way to track all that business that I'm going to teach you how to run is with a notebook, paper, and a pen, I can't help you. They're not thinking at that level. So if I teach you how to run that high volume of leads every month, forever, for the rest of your life, you need to have a digital way to track it and a digital way to follow up with those people. So the affiliate program says, if you take me serious, I'm going to take you serious. And what I need for you to be serious is to subscribe to this software. That tells me you're serious. After that, I can help you scale. If not, like, no hard feelings or nothing, but there's nothing I could do for you.
Okay, well, what I also find is dope because, like Daniel was saying, that you can create, so many systems that's automated. You can be as simple or as intricate as you want to in regards to your workflows, right? So what I find is dope is how you guys attach a podcast to it. So anybody listening to this, go subscribe to the HIveMind podcast on all platforms, which actually breaks down the different functionalities, the updates that you guys may make, because some people need, I guess, different ways. They absorb information different ways. Maybe they're not able to get on your live Facebook joint, but they're able to listen to your podcast, right? They're able to, I guess, pick up different jewels as to how they can maximize you guys' CRM with their business with different outlets. So I'm digging how y'all added the podcast to that along with your, your different training sessions, because some people, they find some of these CRMs to not be so user friendly. I know Gumroad is user friendly, so and I've used a couple different ones. I used ClickFunnels. I'm pretty sure you heard of ClickFunnels. Is that a version of a CRM, ClickFunnels?
No, it's just a checkout page. So a lot of what these services provide, they're only doing parts of what you need to actually do.
Wait a minute, hold up. What you call them? Oppressors?
No, they're they're like checkout pages. I mean, ClickFunnels is equivalent to Gumroad. You can create your own funnels, purchase, converting funnels. Like we do all that. Like that's what separates us from a lot of different places. Is we can do funnels. You can do websites. You can create your own landing page. You can automate your sales.
That's crazy, Daniel.
You can sell your course on our platform on your own domain.
No. See, y'all don't even understand how fire this is. No, y'all understand, but I'm saying, like, who is the techie here? Because I'm about to go a little bit deeper. Who is the techie here? Is it you, Daniel?
It's me. It's not Anthony. Anthony has not
Because,
logged into.
like, that is fire. Like, who? Like, all right. So the next question, I guess, I would have for someone that wheels get to turning like myself, if I wanted to create a software, and based off a problem that I seen after X amount of years of doing what I'm doing, what was the steps that you guys took in regards to creating the software? Like, are you a coder? Did you have to hire a coder? Like,
So
did you what does that look like trying to get some software
society? See, during the pandemic of 2020, a lot of us became entrepreneurs and stock market investors. But one thing I noticed is that a lot of us out here trying to do it on our own and be on an island, and that can be super frustrating. So what I did was I decided to create a community of like minds that can come together and discuss business ideas, investing ideas, trading ideas, pretty much more than your money's worth. So somewhere in the description there's a link. Go ahead and click that link and come build a society.
So step one, whenever you want to create something, is see if it's already done and see if there's already a version out there you can build upon. That's always step number one, because reinventing the wheel and doing everything from scratch is a pain in the ass.
So how would you go about that part? What does that look like? Like Googling?
So it depends what the problem is. Depends what the problem is. So let's say you wanted to imagine if Tesla sold blank slate electric cars and you could design yourself. And you can call it Buckmobile.
Right.
You can sell your cars to whoever you want.
Okay. Let the other shoe drop.
Yeah, so it's building upon what's already there. We found a program that's out there that already had a lot of capabilities, and then we dropped $100,000 on top of it.
Now we're talking. So due diligence, you looked around. You looked around and found a program that was already kind of functional or doing what you kind of wanted it to do, that you can add upon. Am I correct?
Yep.
And then you dropped $100,000 to build upon it. So what did that $100,000 go to? It went towards the coder. It went
to kinks, working out bugs. I mean, softwares are always buggy, so it's working. Yeah, working out the flow, making sure it operates smoothly. So now, once you have something that operates smoothly and you build upon it, now it no longer looks like the original. It looks like whatever you want to call it. So what it is that the functionality is everything we needed in business, and we were looking for it. When we found it, like, okay, we need to build upon this and make it our own. We built a community around it, wrapped it all in a nice bow, and sell it at $99 a month.
All right, but guess what? I'm going to ask you next, Daniel.
What's that?
You didn't answer my question. How did you find the program? Because, like I said, somebody one day in the future is going to want to build something like, well, not, you can't build something like what you guys have, but something like, I might want to build a program.
Let's compare it to NFTs. NFT is a hot topic right now. So if you want to start your own NFT, but you're not a artist, what do? You go find an artist to make you an NFT. If you don't know how to put it on, how to sell it, you find somebody who's already put it on the platform to sell it. So you, as an individual, don't have to be an artist, don't have to put it on the platform, but you can sell NFTs.
I'll give you another example right now. Like, we want to launch HiveMind token as a cryptocurrency. So for the last several weeks, I've been watching videos on how to launch a cryptocurrency, right? So I'm not a software developer. I'm not a crypto engineer, right? I don't know blockchain. Like, I don't know how to develop a blockchain. Very little to do with the fact that we're going to launch a cryptocurrency in the next maybe 12 to 18 months.
And it goes back to leveraging us as bosses. Me and Anthony joke about it. Fuck your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths. If your strengths are getting on the phone, get on the fucking phone 24/7. If your strengths are software and communication, do that and find somebody to fill that gap. Like, if we want to get a cryptocurrency, I'm not going to fucking write the code for the blockchain. We're going to find somebody that has experience in doing it, pay them what they want, and get our cryptocurrency on the blockchain. That's how you do everything in business. If I don't want to do demo calls for HiveMind, I hired a VA to do that for me. Now I don't do it anymore. Now, I wanted to automate my social media, I hired a VA to do that for me. Now I don't do it anymore. I'm leveraging experience. I'm training. I'm finding the right people. And that's what's huge about a mastermind, is you connect to the right people to connect you to the right solution versus doing it yourself. We talked to 2 companies this week. They said one was going to be in the CRM business, and they're like, after I saw HiveMind, I'm not doing it anymore. I'd rather push yours. Another guy, I was going to start a mastermind, but then I saw yours and I'm not doing it anymore. I'd rather push HiveMind. So a lot of people, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. They can provide as much value with doing less work and making probably just as much or more money trained versus building their own and fighting against us.
Same thing with the coin too. We're not going to start a whole new entire blockchain. We're just going to build on top of something else. You know,
we'll hop on Ethereum or something.
Yeah, whether it's going to be Ethereum or it's going to be VeChain or something else, all we're going to do is lay our platform right on top of there. So I think the biggest mistake in something like this, like software, is ground up development. Yeah,
don't do it.
Trying to reinvent the wheel.
Wait a minute, is what was that? What development?
Ground up. Ground up development. Starting your own.
Grubbed up.
Ground
up. Oh, ground up. Right.
Yeah. So instead of us trying to write our whole entire new blockchain, right, that could probably take $1 million to launch it. Yeah, we're just going to identify whatever coin makes sense with our tokenomics, and we're just going to lay it right on top of that. Done. So we can launch in record time because we're not starting a whole new entire chain.
That's fire. How you was like, because I just wanted to know, because not just for me, but for people that's going to be listening. It's like, I say this all the time. We have access to so much information that we take advantage of. We can YouTube everything. We can Google everything, but it's so much of it. We take it for granted. So here it is. You like, I don't know anything about that, but guess what? I'm gonna watch the hell out of some YouTube videos. I'm gonna learn what I need to learn, right? So that's dope, man. And I'm glad you're saying it and not me, because some people are like, man, I heard him say that before, but now it's coming from somebody else. Google is your friend. YouTube is your friend.
Yeah.
Man. Let me see what else. Let me see what else I got here. So I guess before we get out of here, how could people partake in the Hive Mind? Like, where could they find you? How could they get more information? Like, give them the rundown of how they can find you guys.
So we have a Facebook page, HIveMind CRM on Facebook. We have a private Facebook group. We have a paid. Once you're a subscriber, you get added to our private Facebook group. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Hive Led Podcast on all platforms. We're on Instagram. We're working on a book, and Anthony's working on a rap.
Oh, we got bars.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Let me find out. But no, I really like all seriousness appreciate you guys for giving this game up. I'm definitely going to be in touch because I gotta pick you guys' brain about some things. Preferably in the real estate arena because I want to get back into that. I kind of put it by the wayside. I got a real estate LLC and everything. Don't even use it. But yeah, we got some talking to do. I appreciate you guys for stopping by Rapping Dough. Hopefully you guys will come back once you guys start adding on to this thing and, you know, come back and give us an update and, you know, what's going on with you guys.
It was fun, dude. Yeah, anytime we can ever hang out and shoot round two, let us know. Yeah, we'll be glad to collab on some stuff. And we find that I think every business we find overlap. A lot of people think from a competitive standpoint, how can I outdo my competitors? And I didn't even know that was a business principle when I first got into business. Like you got to like study what the competition is doing because I'm always so focused on what I was doing. I never stopped to look at the competition. And now coming back full circle with HiveMind, Daniel and myself talk about this all the time. Is that there is no competition. There's only collaboration. We can always find overlap where we can help somebody else grow their business. So coming from that mindset, everybody's a partner, everybody's a customer. We can help anybody. So it's a completely different mindset from what we've seen in the business world, you know, previously.
That's fire, man. I mean, it's rare that you come across people that think like that. It seems like everybody is, you know, I guess in competition when in actuality, competition kills business.
It does.
Yeah, if we have to compete, it's like if you eat, then that means I eat less, right? If we're competing, like if there's a turkey on the table, if you eat half, there's only half for everybody else. But in our world, we're not thinking like that. I mean, what does he get some more turkeys?
Get some more turkeys. Like we can collaborate and get more turkeys, man. Because, you know, before, like I keep saying we're gonna get out of here, but it's like if you're in competition, I think I heard this on a podcast. It's like we're in a race to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna try to undercut you, somebody gonna try to undercut me, and before you know it, no one's making any money.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, I mean, competition kills business. Bring the skills in the house and let's build together.
That's it.
You know. I'm glad I know you guys, man. I'm glad to you know, share this space with y'all, and hopefully in the near future we can do some business together and, you know, further these conversations, man.
Yeah, happy to hop on anytime, man. Thank you for having us. Yeah, this was a good one.
Appreciate y'all, man. I'll see you on the next one, okay?
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, later.